You're fine. I hope everything is okay. Let's just wait for more people to join, then we can start. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us where you're watching us from. Maybe you can receive a lucky gift from DC. Maybe you can receive an EA or a spike detector. Just comment in the description where you're watching us from. So today's focus is going to be on volatility 75. We're going to be focusing on volatility 75. We want to do an analysis and check exactly what is taking place in volatility 75. So our analysis will be a top-down analysis. We'll start from the monthly, weekly, daily, and we go to the H4 and analyze what is taking place there. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. So this one is going to be a very quick analysis. This one is going to be a very quick analysis, very quick one. So if you're watching us for the first time, just make sure you leave a like and you also subscribe to our channel and comment where you're watching us from and what you think about this analysis. So let me just quickly let's just wait for at least 10 people to join us, then we can resume our analysis. So I know this week I haven't been going live frequently. We're busy with our copy trading, and I'm also going to show you some of the results of our copy trading services. So basically that's what we're going to be doing. This one is going to be a very quick analysis, very quick one. Let me just check what people are saying, then we can start. Okay, so our focus today is on Ashley Mungwari is saying, watching from Cape Town, much love. Milton Dresshouse PK is saying, kindly give me a trade. Okay, that's what we're gonna be doing. We want to analyze VIX 75 and see if we can get in trading opportunity. So let me just quickly go. So what I'm going to do is this. We're going to be doing a top-down analysis. So I want to start from the week, from the monthly. Those who still remember this big drop that happened in VIX 75, those who have been following me, this big drop that occurred here, I predicted this on my channel sometime back last year. This is what I predicted. So I'm seeing something here that I thought, let me just quickly go and share with you guys. What I've discovered is this. If you notice here, we have a fair value gap on our left hand side. We have a fair value gap. Let me just mark it so that you can see it. We have a fair value gap here. This is our fair value gap. So this is the fair value gap. Let me just mark it. So that high of that candle is not connected to the low of this third candle. Yeah, so it is the fair value gap that price all along has been trying to cover up. This is what I'm thinking. This monthly fair value gap, it has been covered, it has been filled up. And what is now price currently doing? We can see now price is, if we analyze these monthly candles, these two monthly candles, what we can see, the previous two monthly candles, the recent and the current monthly candle. What we can see some form of rejection. If you look at these two candles, they all have wicks on the bottom side. So we can see our previous month candle, the June candle had a lot of a very big wick. So we can safely say on this fair value gap on the monthly time frame, the one thing that I can clearly see is that there is a bullish pin bar. There is a bullish pin bar, which is a hammer candle. That's one. And we can see that price completely filled up and failed to close below the fair value gap. This is just indicating that there is a possibility that price is now ready to start pushing upwards. We can see on the monthly time frame again, there is a fair value gap here. We can see this fair value gap, and price is likely going to push up and try to fill up this monthly fair value gap. So we can say that the draw on liquidity on the monthly time frame can be this one, but we are not yet sure. So what we're going to do is this: we're going to drop down and go to the weekly time frame and see what is taking place on the weekly time frame. We can see that on the weekly time frame, let me just go where we've marked and try to see what is taking place here. On our left here, we can also see that there was again another fair value gap, but this time this one was a little bit smaller. There was this small fair value gap here, this one, and when price dropped, it also filled up this small fair value gap here. So here we can see we don't have any fair value gap below this this monthly fair value gap. So that fair value gap, the weekly fair value gap, is aligned with our monthly fair value gap. So that's one thing that I can see. Apart from that, what else can I also see? I can see that price was able to reach out for the sell side liquidity here that we had at this particular level. Let me just mark it. So we also had sell side liquidity that was residing below here, and on top, let me just make this straight. I just want to make this one a very short video, then we're done. Today is a Sunday. Most of you guys are going to church. And we also have, so we had buy side liquidity, and we also had sell side liquidity. So what I'm assuming that since price has been able to grab external range liquidity in the form of sell side liquidity, price is now heading for that buy side liquidity that is on top of that particular area here. So I'm assuming that price is now heading for this buy side liquidity that is residing at that old high. So that's one thing that I can talk about here on the weekly. I don't see anything that we can talk about here. So that's one thing that I can see here is that. So that's one assumption that is there. And we can see with this weekly candle, there is some form of bullishness. Its price is moving upwards. So we're anticipating that price on the weekly is likely going to push upwards. Let's go on the daily and see what is taking place on the daily. So on the daily, we have the same scenario. We have sell side liquidity that has been taken out. Price has been able to take out sell side liquidity here. And let's see what is going to take place on the daily here. So on the daily, we are still bearish. Price is still in a downtrend. Why? Because price has to take out this this old high so that it closes above this old high, so that we can now start to anticipate some bullish reversal. But as it stands on the weekly, even on the monthly, the daily, price is still bearish. We don't have any signs of price moving up, or price pushing upwards, or changing its direction. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go to the H4. There is something that I noticed on the H4. One, what we can see on the H4 is this. We can see that I've noticed that since price is on monthly fair value gap, there is a head here, left shoulder, and a left shoulder and a right shoulder. There's a head and shoulder chart pattern that is forming. That's one thing that I can see here. So we can see that when we have this head and shoulder pattern, we're waiting for price to break this neckline. We have this neckline. Let me just use a different color. I'm gonna use black. So we're gonna have this neckline, yeah, which is this black line here. The black line is our neckline here. So that's one thing. Let me just remove this line. So what we are anticipating here is this. We're anticipating if you're going to be buying, but apart from that, what do we see here? When price dropped and created a lower low, this was our lower high, and price pushed downwards, and then price pushed upwards, failed to close above this previous low high, and then it dropped. Then when it pushed here, we can see that there was a close above this previous lower high here. So using our trend analysis, this is now indicating a form of bullishness. Price is likely going to what? To reverse. Why? Because we can see price closing up and taken out when price. So what it means is this: there is now a change of character upwards, giving us a change of character, and then price dropped here, and then we here from these previous 4-hour candles, price has been pushing upwards. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, we have established that price we can see that there's this guy Frank is saying, bro said ICT price action. Where is the head and shoulder? The head and shoulder, for your own information, forms it's under price action. It's under price action. So that's why I said ICT in price action. With me, I don't just use ICT on its own. I use a combination of price action and ICT concept. So yes, we've been talking about fair value gaps, that's ICT, and now we're talking about the chart pattern that is forming. That's price action. So I think I've answered you, Freaky. Okay, so we have a head and shoulder pattern that is forming here. We have a head and shoulder pattern that is forming. So I was explaining that there was a change of character here, a market structure shift, and price is likely going to move upwards here. So I want to analyze what was taking place here. If you look here on this particular area here, what we can see is this: we don't have a fair value gap. Price dropped and came back to this order block. We had an order block on this particular area here, which was the last bearish candle that was on this particular area, and price reacted massively with this 4-hour order block here. Here you can see there was an order block here, and price, since there was a break, since we can't talk of a break of a structure here, we can't talk of a break of structure. A market structure shift was here, and then price dropped here. So that means this was a valid order block, because we all have the factors that validate an order block here. One, we had a fair value gap here, and we also had a market structure shift here, and price came to this 4-hour order block, and price is likely going to push upwards. So we have missed an opportunity to enter this trade on this 4-hour order block. But what we're going to do is this: we're going to wait. What are we going to be waiting for? We're going to wait for price to push upwards here and give us a break of structure. We need price to give us a break of structure. That's the first thing that we want. We want a break of structure around this area. Okay, we want a break of structure here. Prices to close above here, even a week. Then when that happens, we are anticipating that price should now return to the following. We have our entry points are going to be 2. So if this happens, we can wait for price 1. When we're using ICT, we can wait for price to come back to this order block, or price can come back to a fair value gap. But here we don't have a fair value gap yet. We don't have a fair value gap. So we'll just mark this as price pushes upwards. We're waiting for price to return to this order block here, and then it will then push upwards here. So that's our plan here. We are waiting for price to come back to this order block, because here we can talk of a fair value gap. It's not yet there, but if it drop down to the 1-hour time frame, I want you to see something there. We can see that on the 1-hour time frame, this order block that we have on the 4-hour aligns with the 1-hour time frame fair value gap. We can see that here we have a fair value gap here. It aligns with this fair value gap. So we can mark this fair value gap as a good entry point. If price breaks out, closes above this level here, we can wait for price to come here. But there is a possibility that price might not even come back to this order block. There is that possibility. Why? Because if you go to the 4-hour time frame, price, if you check this neckline here, once the neckline is broken, once this neckline is broken, this is not clear. Let me use a different color. Okay, once this neckline is broken, price can push upwards. We want price to give us a breakout here. Price will push upwards, and then there is a likelihood that price might come back to this point here. It might come back to this point and then make a retest and then push upwards. Why? Because we're now focusing on the head and shoulder pattern. At the same time, the head and shoulder pattern will also align with the H4 mitigation block here. So there is a possibility that price might not even come back to this 0.1 hour fair value gap or this order block that we have on the H4. So these are different possibilities, but we're just patiently waiting for all these things to play out, and we can easily get an entry at that specific area. So one, we'll wait for price to break out the neckline, at the same time giving us a break of structure. At the same time, price will push upwards. So if price pushes upwards, where exactly are we anticipating that price can start to reverse to give us you can see on the H4 we also have an order block here. We also have an order block at this specific area here. There is a bearish order block here. So price that one was already used. Okay, so this one was already mitigated. Let's see on the H1. Okay, on the H1 we have an extreme order block here that we have in this particular area. Let me just use this horizontal line so that we don't waste time. So starting from this area that I've marked. So we're anticipating that price can push up and reach this order block on H1. It reaches here. Then there are two possibilities. Price can react with the 4-hour mitigation block, or price can reverse. But I'm 80% sure that price is gonna react. If there is a breakout here, it reaches this particular area. When it makes a retest, price is not likely going to drop to this particular level here. It will make a retest here. One, retesting the neckline of the head and shoulder, or it will come to this particular area where we have the mitigation block. At the same time, if you look at it, this will be a resistance that has been broken and will now be used as a support. So I'm about 90% sure that price will not drop down to this specific area, but will react with this particular area because of the factors that I've highlighted. One, there is a neckline that will be broken and the price will be coming big for a retest. And there's also a mitigation, 4-hour mitigation block. And using price action, this is a trend continuation resistance that will turn into a support. And then at this particular area, price will come back here and then it will then push up. So at this particular area, around this area that I've highlighted, let me just remove this one. We're going to pick a position from that particular area here. So it's quite tricky for you to enter a buy at this particular area. You don't have solid. We missed the good entry on the 4-hour order block here. So for now, we're just waiting for this to play out. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a good buying, because we are anticipating that this push maybe will and then price reaches here and then it makes a retracement. So basically it's just a waiting game. But tomorrow, the first thing that I'm gonna do before we start this live is that we're gonna make sure that we analyze VIX 75. We want to get this early buying opportunity, which can take us for many months or even weeks, where we'll be in a very good position. We can hold this trade for many months. Maybe the greater part of this year we'll be just buying for a very long time, because we saw it that from the monthly fair value gap, prices filled up that monthly fair value gap. Then if this monthly candle closes above this fair value gap, then we can hold this trade until the rest of the year. So this is what I'm seeing in VIX 75. So let me just quickly go and check what people are saying. Karen is saying, I'm watching from Kenya. Thank you so much, Karen, for your support. William Kings is saying, what you trading? We are analyzing VIX 75. Watching from Botswana. Ofana. How are you guys? I hope you are all fine. I hope your week is going well. So guys, we've been killing it in our what you call it, in our I think I've been posting results in our copy trading services. I've been posting results of our copy trading, guys. I think in a matter of how many weeks? I think in 3 weeks we've been able to accumulate close to $700 in 3 weeks in our copy trading services. You're also free to join our VIP community, where I also share some free signals. This was a free signal that I gave, guys. We made, I think in our VIP community, we made $50 from this free signal. From this free signal, we're able to make $50 from this single spike. From this single spike, we're able to make $50. Okay, so I just want to share with you some of our copy trading results that we are able to get. I think I posted a video in this group of our copy. So in 3 weeks, we have been making a lot of what? So starting from the 10th to the 28th of June, we have made a profit of $788 in our copy trading services. We've been doing well. We've been hitting and we've been hitting most of our targets. This is a video that I took of those were, I think, if you're watching us from if you're watching us and you're part of these copy trading services, you can testify that this has been a very amazing journey. Then we also have our spike detector. This one is the one that we are using in our copy trading services, and it's also the one, I think it was this one. Oh, this was the full video. Okay, this was the signal that gave us $50. So we're using a spike detector, and you can see it's just too fast. This spike detector is available. If you're interested, you can also get it on MKL5. You can also get it. You can also get in touch with me on our. I've inserted my details in the description. This spike detector is $100. You can rent it for $25. So those are the major services that we are offering, and we also now have introduced 2 mentorship programs, where if you want to learn how to code robots, you want to make your own robots, you want to make your indicators, we now have a mentorship that is tailor-made for that. And if you're interested, get in touch with me, then I'll give you all the details that you need. Then we also have a mentorship classes that teaches you how to analyze, like what I was doing. We also have our mentorship classes that is there if you want to learn how to trade and analyze the markets, like what I was doing. Guys, today is a Sunday. I don't want to make this a very long video. Okay, someone is saying, how can I be part of this copy trading services? So before I go, let me just give you the details of how you can become a part of this. You see, I saw this head and shoulder some time back. I think it was yesterday when I was analyzing. Okay, if you want to be part of this copy trading services, these you see, this spike detector is powerful, very, very powerful. So these are the details that are there. For 2 weeks, you will pay a subscription fee of $50, and the minimum equity that you need is $150. Then this works best with your VPS and our profit target. So we initially said that our profit target was going to be $300 for 2 weeks. But if we can reach this in 3 days, that means your subscription is elapsed. You now need to make another subscription again. So I think that's where the confusion was. If you pay your subscription fee, we reach our profit target of 300, like what we did in the previous 3 weeks. So after a week, when we reached 300, we would what? You would need to make that $50 subscription again. And we're still working on us starting our copy trading services, where you would need to deposit a $50 in an investment account. Then when we reach, we double. We're just waiting for 20 people who are going to pay $50. When we double that account, it will be $1,000. When we double it, we share our profit. I will get 50%. Then you also get your share of what? Or of the 50% profit. So those are the major services that we have. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I just said, let me just quickly come and share with you the analysis that I'm seeing in VIX 75. So thank you so much for your time. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you support us. Go in MEQL5, We are posting a lot of our products there. We now have our spike detector, the precision booming crash spike detector, and we also have our VIX 75 Dominus EA. It's also there. Go on that platform and go and support us, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Enjoy your dates. Bye bye. Hey, I was happy that Alex Pereira. Well, okay, when Alex Pereira came to UFC, I didn't like him because he was a rival of Alisanya. But I'm telling you, that guy is a big dog. What he has achieved in a space of a very short period, it's amazing. He won against Jerry Proyaska, and it was amazing. So I just want to congratulate Alex Pereira for winning this amazing match. Yeah, one of my I've become a fan because of the way you dominate and you knock out your opponent. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your dates. Bye bye for now. And like what I said, those are still following the Euros. England, from what they've been performing, they are not going to go very far. England will not win the Euros. I'm saying this and I'm saying it again. Yes, congratulations to Germany. They won their game. And also Switzerland. It was a good game. Yes, Germany, they're playing very well. I think they will play in the finals, even in the semi-finals, even win the Euro for 2024. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your days. Bye-bye for now.